Aloha again, it is I, Robot Faye. Life skill can make you money, even if you are as lazy as I am. And I am very, very lazy. But some people thought I was trolling them with my last somewhat money thing video, so I will remove any doubts, make this a bit more clear and also more in-depth as much as my lazy ass can do it. But before that, is there anything real here? Seems pretty fake and clickbait to me, bro. Even your title is the opposite of what happened inside my video, but okay, at least your random number is somewhat believable, even if it's just a fraction of what I have, so I give you that. Let me be clear yet again about what will follow. This is not a guide. This is not a minimal effort to maximum money scheme for life skills. This is also not something I would recommend to everyone. This is simply how I play the game, a guy that is indeed lazy and played BDO for now 6.5 years. Oh no, he is talking about low pleb alchemy again, isn't he? Yes, but probably maybe not for the reason you think of. Of course, pure powder reagent and clear liquid reagent are super easy to make, since either your worker force getting all the materials or you can buy them cheap on the market. But money isn't the main focus, it's about the contribution points for me, thus the mysterious catalyst. We are getting so many different currencies nowadays that allow us to trade them in for supreme or traditional alchemy utensils to not really run out of them as well. Personally, I do 5,000 or 6,000 at once and play something else in the meantime. Sadly, it takes quite a bit of time to exchange the mysterious catalyst. Point is, the more contribution you have, the more nodes and workers you can acquire to gain more free stuff. Maybe I collected a little bit too many this time. PA please patch Insta Trading K thanks. Nice, this small batch gave 6 points, up to 485 now, much joy and happiness. Scoop water. Did you expected something else? Even more so than before, since the life skills are now family-wide and you only need 2 items for a chill AFK activity. This combines the reduction of energy while also providing your alchemy the purified water for the mentioned easy recipes. Yes, scooping water with 28 or more characters takes time. Yes, filtering it into purified as well, and yet this is the utmost laziest thing you can do while also efficiently use energy and not let it go to waste or being active with it. You could also do lumbering in Ash Forest for dead tree essences, Caphras and money. If you don't want to buy alchemy stuff, just gather wild herbs in Bear. Everyone should know this by now. If you need meat, there are plenty of places. The deers right under Bear are just an example of an easy access no problemo zone, or go wild at Garmoth spawn and yeet even more dead tree essences out. Just to name a few alternatives. Bonus info. There are plenty workshops your workers can craft the bottles for you. Arahaza is the cheapest for only 4 points. I could also recommend Glish, Duvenkrun and Odraxia. Never forget to use your guild quests for some tiny side money. Might as well start one if you do the activity anyway, duh. Abundant season spot? Check. Pet that reduces auto catch? Check. Always need to make sure to click the green fishy discard button to not overflow the inventory. Check. Using a Balinos plus 10 rod? Check and check. Fishing isn't the biggest money maker, but most events can help gathering certain items with it for lazy people like me. If the fishing rod is branded and you have the fish tank as well, fishing is perfect if you have to go AFK for an uncertain amount of time. Don't forget to feed your local otter any expired fish. Sailing is my guilty pleasure. It does not make money nor give you anything really besides crow coins, at least the way I do it. There is something deeply satisfying sailing over the ocean and bonking sea monsters, cruising over the waves and doing most dailies for some shiny crow coins. Over the years I have finished my second karak now. Funny enough, even after all this time I wouldn't say I could give any good advice on how to do them or how to efficiently get that bigger ship. Currently I do the bare minimum easy dailies since I don't really need more coins. Since it takes like 5 to 7 minutes, I at least do that much. Sometimes the run around from Valia to Elia over Tinbera to Okilla as well. Always love the bug to not be able to shoot correctly. BDO never disappoints with game features. So, long story short, for me, sailing is for funsies and not for money. Bartering is not a life skill, okay? Okay, let's move to the next one. Previously I used my fields purely for direct sell money stuff, mostly Delosia flowers or Amanita mushrooms. It took my lazy ass quite some time to find out that you can easily make your own Imperial Guru cooking boxes with a certain Land of Morning Light dish. For that I changed my agar culture to the 3 farmable ingredients. As a little bonus I use one field to grow the totally useless and overpriced truffle mushrooms that nobody wants. Where to get those, you ask? Probably in some dank cave. Who knows? So, if you would ask me for recommendations, either I'd say do these 2 for pure money as shown on the screen right now for direct selling, or the mentioned morning light crops to make your own easy boxes. What about the meat, you ask? Yeah, I do buy those, because when it comes to hunting there is a little problem, you see. The problem with hunting is a simple one. You can't be lazy with it, so it's not something I can do, The most common place is probably still Narshan, but it's been many years since I last visited that place. Due to my lack of knowledge in this life skill, let's skip this one and move on to the gourmand stuff for now. Now here comes some Gordon Ramsay stuff. Laziness pays out big this time, since the only thing bought was some stinky meat that probably laid for weeks in the market. This is surprisingly easy for making your own guru boxes. We take this. There are no procs on this recipe, thus, you can go full speed mode and don't need to care about high mastery. Other stuff I do, and yes, again it's all about the contribution item, is my beloved teff bread, pickled vegetables, vinegar, and so on. All the low pleb easy stuff because our worker Imperium brings everything for free to us. Of course it does not give much XP, but I have no means of rushing. Being Guru 42 is already more than enough. Hold on now. Zoom. Zoom more. Well, isn't this a kinda high number? Personally, I say that mastery is not important at all when you train them purely for Imperial trade-ins, or at least it's very minimal. It has been a bit since I have done it, only ever really when Pearl Abyss is giving us an event for double rewards. Buffs are important if you want to them level up quicker. You should make sure to find a nice straight line to maximize speed, since every corner or break also means XP gain pauses. I do like to ride in Duvenkruin while being in the Elvia zone. Less bumping, no extra turns, El Perfecto. There is also breeding and market selling, but to be blunt, I never bothered to check, never cared, only did it for the Imperial extra stuff, and that money is already very nice. You can debate if it's worth processing everything that workers produce at each node. Personally, someone with much patience does indeed grind, chop, filter, smelt and so on to make that little bit extra money, because time means nothing to me. People who are eager for silver or simply not patient, of course just sell everything to get the shiny bling bling. But at least filter your water, you will need it either for alchemy or to get much more direct money than your stinky OnlyFans liquid. If you want to see my current node setup, slow down this section to get a somewhat overview, because showing everything in normal speed or talking too much about every little thing could probably be its own video. My thought process on it is pretty simple, or in other words, easy lazy. In principle I took every log, grain, veggie and fruit node, most stuff that could be used for cooking or alchemy, a couple of ores and water. It's important to calculate if something is worth for you personally. That's why I did not take all ores, for example. Some are poor in prices or simply cost too much to connect. You can, however, play the pay-to-win game and buy worker lodgings in all cities and connect them to the nearest nodes and repeat. Also, you could use paid fences to not use contribution points for them as well. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's really not, or at least when your workers reach level 40 and can put everything in a single storage. The time before that can be a pain for people like me who want clean storages with no mix-ups. Here comes the money part. If you have seen any of my videos before, this is kinda my normal money collecting after some days or at most a week. You can see what's been sold and for how much. There is no trick here or scam. The only people who get trolled here are those who are buying these. No doubt you can make more if you further process, cook or whatever category we speak of, but I do not play 24 hours each day, so I have to cut corners. I hope this made it more clear why and how I do things. If you want to see some specific stuff from a lazy fay perspective or got any questions, feel free to comment and maybe I can ruffle myself up and make a video on it, probably maybe. Love you guys, see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.